Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's time. Apologies for the sudden entrance. I've traveled long to be here.
Ah, the fire starter has arrived. Welcome, welcome.
Twisted
Our
fire
agents tell
starter.
us such lovely stories of what you did at the Vellum Citadel. Have you come bearing another fragment of Kyros' wrath in tow?
Uh-oh.
We were worried you'd never make it. So glad that Drostus' demise didn't cause further delay.
The Archon of Secrets turns his attention to you. The frozen rictus fashioned into his bronze mask greets you with a permanent smile. I come bearing an edict of Kyros. I gotta be a little respectful to these people. I'm a ladder climber.
Once again, you bring us support in a time of need. We fondly remember your service to the Chorus in the taking of the Bastard City. We knew back then you were destined for great things. But we had not anticipated you would be twice honored with the task of proclamation. So, do not keep us waiting. What is the Overlord's will?
Now that I'm meeting the Scarlet Chorus, and I'm actually meeting the Disfavored, I think I like the Scarlet Chorus more. I think they're sick. Okay. Oh, when's the Day of Swords? Oh, shit. Oh, that's right. Okay, so that's the end. That's the end. Let's see here. With the Overlord's loyal servants must hold Ascension Hall by Kyros' Day of Swords, or all in the valley will perish. Or I can say, it seems you need some encouragement to work together. I'm a dick. I'm gonna go with, in honor of your incompetence and disarray, the edict will execute every living thing in this valley in the Ascension. The earth sways with each word you utter. Excuse me, utter. The air thickening with warmth as you pronounce the tersely phrased commandment. Its every syllable drafted by the hand of Kyros. With the edict proclaimed, your pulse quickens and the muscles in your legs, worn from a long trip down the mountains, feel renewed. The tired limbs now buoyant with vigor. Expelliarmus!
The Overlord means to compel us into action. No doubt the avalanches in the mountains are part of this ultimatum.
Yes.
We must conquer the Oathbreakers or die in failure. There is no room for error, and no other way out of this valley alive. We'll need to advance across the Mittani. We lose everything if we stand still. And we move to backup Plan Green. The Earthshakers didn't
Backup
make it
Plan
over the mountain
Green.
in time. So we do this the hard way. Over the walls instead of through.
The Archon of War taps a finger against his temple. A low rumble escapes from under his beard.
So you found your backbone at last! Oh, we were worried past humiliations would make you soft, timid. That was a record for you, right? The baker's dozen lost in one sortie. If you had waited for the chorus reinforcements, maybe we'd have eyes and ears on the matter.
The Archon of Secrets passes his scepter back and forth, chuckling softly with each toss. They call you the Archon of Secrets, but you certainly don't seem to know anything remotely useful.
I second the Fatebinder. Thought you had the memories of one of those Oathbreakers rattling about that bronze gourd of yours. Would Kyros' mighty spy master please enlighten this gathering of allies with some scrap of strategic insight?
I'm so mean! I know, I just popped an edict down. It's like, listen, we're all gonna die. You two have to fix it, but I'm very angry with you, and I need to express that right now. Iron says, I want this game. November 10th, and not a moment sooner! I feel so spoiled. The voices of Narat, the Archon of Secrets, turns his head to the side until the face of his mask is turned around, and a new facet to the mask presents itself as facing forward. When the next Archon speaks, the trembling voice of a younger man can be heard.
Our river was to be the bulwark, but with the tidecasters slain, what hope remains? It's so cold in here. Help me, please.
Oh, shit. Holy shit. He like consumes the souls of people, and then he like rotates his face to be their face and speaks their memories for them. Oh. That is awesome. Now I know why it's called the Voices of Narat. That's tight. Dude, that's so sick. Oh, that's such a sick character. The Archon turns his head far to the side until the previous facet of the mask now looks forward.
Our sources tell us the Oathbreakers had some sort of magical trick in store. But this knowledge is tinged with fear, trepidation. If we make a move for the Mitanni, we suspect the Oathbreakers will mount a counterattack that is equal parts valiant and futile.
That voice, who was it?
That was Mitanni Yanev, former noble of Apex and one of the leaders of the Vendrian Guard. Back when they were half-respectable enemies that knew how to lose with dignity. When the Guard first surrendered, Yanev presented himself to us. What he knew, we now know.
Oh my god. Okay, that's enough talking. Our lives hang in the balance because too big to now go solve this problem. I'm going to go with something a little more calm. That's enough talking. There's work to be done. Iron Marshal, Arenios. My lord, Barrack and his band have been drilled into the Echo Call assault plan. The Crescent Runners should be briefing him as we speak regarding the latest enemy movements along the river. I will dispatch him at once. The Iron Marshal salutes, clapping her gauntlet to her breastplate. And I will ensure the chorus stands ready to march. If the disfavored can take the river, the chorus has the manpower to secure the outer ring of the valley.
Our soldiers clamor for battle, and at last, we shall have it.
Nom 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 nom.
Once we've secured the outer ring of the valley, we will meet again to discuss who takes the well. Before we go, you are owed payment, Firestarter. Our spies at the Vellum Citadel were nearly cut down by the disfavored. They have you to thank for their lives. Here is a taste of our gratitude.
A little favor, a little bit of wrath. Woo! Quite a lot of favor and wrath. The Archon of Secrets tosses a small handful of rings your way as he begins to leave. He taps the fifth eye on the shoulder, and with one last twirl of the scepter, the Archon departs with his underling. Catch the rings. Cool, cool, cool. Give me the ring, give me the ring, give me the ring. Give me rings, give me rings.
The fool and his puppet are gone. Perhaps now I can hear myself think. Rarely do I question Kyros' judgment, but I will never understand why the Voices of Narat is given such authority. I shudder to think what will become of us all should Tunon favor him in the end.
Oh my god, look at this. Oh my god, I can't believe it. He's just devastated. Devastation.
Though the edict threatens the Scarlet Chorus just as it threatens us.
Yes.
I cannot shake the feeling that our allies will work against us. But at least we have allies in the court. My best soldiers have never wanted for a good blade or suit of armor, and I know I have you to thank for it. I fear we will have to call on you for more than just a few works of iron.
Isn't the problem.
Now, if you'll leave me be, I have a battle to plan. I imagine duty requires you speak with the chorus further, but if I can convince you to lend a hand, most of my legion is trapped beyond the mountains, so I'm in need of an added sword or two.
What about an added
If
bow?
you wish to be counted amongst the glorious, speak with the Iron Marshal. She will direct the order of battle until we are ready for the final push into the Citadel.
I'm short a few scouts, short a few soldiers, short a few everything. I'm sure my brethren will be grateful for the assistance of a skilled soldier. What would the Scarlet Cross, how will they be helping?
I ask myself that question often. While we take the river crossing, the Scarlet Chorus should be using their sizable presence to remove the Oathbreaker patrols lurking in the Outer Valley.
The Oathbreakers have maintained a sizable force outside the Citadel. We need the Chorus's manpower to scout the regions. Otherwise, the Oathbreakers will attack at our heels once we cross the Mittani. I'd be honored to help. The Iron Marshal salutes Graven Ash and turns to leave the tent. I'll be at the training grounds readying soldiers. Find me there when you're ready. She pauses, clearing her throat. And though I'm loath to mention it, the Chorus can likely use your assistance. They certainly won't secure the Outer Valley on their own. Fifth Eye will be somewhere in the Rat's Nest they call a camp. Due east. Seek him out if you must. For the first time you proclaimed an edict, you gave the enemy a suspicious amount of time to ready themselves. I chalk it up to excessive mercy for a backwards people, but when the edict is against your kin, that order you follow to the letter. I'm gonna remain silent. Be gone from my tent. I tire of these endless distractions. No, let's talk. Hey.
Sorry, I can't.
Sorry, my bad. Dude, I upset him. I made him angry. I gave him Kengar Angar. Now that you've discovered the world of Kyros' edict to the armies, or delivered the word, the time remaining until Kyros' Day of Swords appears next to the current date. And navigation by the terms of Kyros' edict must be met by this date, or when the victor's will die. Wait, whoa! Oh my god! That's pressures. It's a lot of quite a bit of pressure. Okay, where's our quest log? So, oh, Q and E do this. Quest in here, character, actually. Okay. So I assume that this is quick finger bangles. Yep. Edict of Execution. Yep. Okay, so where's my quests? Journal. Quests. Let's see, the Scarlet Course. Okay. Where is this dude?
Sorry, I can't.
Hey, yeah, you can. Ooh,
got it.
Yeah! A bronze war mace. Oh. Oh, and that's good for her. Oops. Sick. Okay, so you probably want this war mace, right? Because this is 8 to 11, 8 to 11 pierce, 8 to 11 slash. Oh, it's two-handed. Ah! Is that the person we need to see? Yeah. Let's go to the Iron Marshal, huh? Hello. Don't just coddle the impact. Push back with your shield. Take the momentum. Iron Marshal Aranios, field commander of the disfavored, pounds her fists in the air as she calls out to the warriors on the training field. I said, eyes on your opponent waistline. If you spend more than a glance checking his footwork, you've lost. The disfavored officer turns to you, adjusting her pale golden surcoat. Ah, this is the Iron Marshal. Ah, Inner Circle's trusted followers. Ah. Need to stay on top of the troops, or their skills will rust. It's for their own good. What's the situation? Our brigades amassing along Placid, Echo Call, and Little Tooth crossings. The Vendrian Guard may be able to hold one bridge, but they cannot hold against a concerted three-prong attack. I have no right to give you orders, but her words falter, a short cough breaking her flow. But we all die to Kyros' edict should we fail. I'm not about to let my pride blind me to the value of good help. This is the second major attack on the river, correct? What happened last time, huh? Defeat in detail. We carved a bloody path up the river, but at that point, everyone who charged ahead was lost. We had no chorus backup. It was just a few disfavored squads. I can't tell exactly how they were defeated, but we lost a whole assault team. Ah, is there some sort of final boss I'm ready to kill? She shakes her head, letting out a long, pained sigh. We found bodies washing up in the river for days. It's not often that Tearsmen put up such a good fight. It certainly made us reevaluate the number we'll need to take this valley. Really? Are you sure our scouts didn't give you all sorts of details about the enemy and you just chose to disregard our warnings? I'm sure the disfavored would have heeded. It sounds like your lack of caution is to blame, not the Scarlet Chorus. Yeah, I'm sure the disfavored would heed any such advice. Lost loyalty, gained favor with disfavored. Maybe the next time we won't be so forthcoming. Let's see how many of your precious northern stock survived this war without our intelligence to back them up. Don't test me, Fury. This sort of talk gets us nowhere. What is the value of the crossing? We can't just march from here to the Citadel without the Vendrian Guard manning the riverbanks. Forwarding troops and supplies through even the narrowest points of the river makes us vulnerable to attack, especially since our armor wasn't built for swimming. If we take the river, we have a clear march to the Citadel, and Ascension Hall will be ours in no time. The disfavored need my help. Trying to pour salt on my pride, we left Fort Resolution with 100 on 100, and there have been no reinforcements or reserves. I keep throwing warriors back into battle before they're properly rested, so yes, I need to rely on all our allies, especially since most of our allies are conscripted Tearsmen. Worse than useless. If the disfavored didn't take every opportunity to insult Scarlet Chorus, perhaps you'd find our help more forthcoming. I just get the sense that really what I am is this person in the middle is going like, hey guys, listen, let me be the mediator. You're both assholes. Iron Marshal Aaron, shut your snout, filthy mongrel. Your snout! Oh my god, let's get that one into the vocabulary immediately. Shut your snout. Oh my god, the snout. I won't suffer childish japes in my camp. She has a point that his favored constantly marked the Scarlet Chorus. Dude, it's just like wrath and loyalty is just like whack-a-moling everywhere. The disfavored have history, pedigree, proper training, all the things these southern conscripts lack. We didn't train for decades to be peers and equals of these traitor Tearsmen. We've lived lives of dedication to Kyros, and the chorus accepts any fickle coward too fearful to die by their own convictions. I was running out of air, so I rolled with it. What you're seeing here is disfavored bigotry at its finest. I'm somehow at fault because my country wasn't conquered before I was born. Forget that I chose Kyros, forget that I chose the Scarlet Chorus, forget that I chose to fight off rapists and killers to earn my place in the army, just for the disfavored to call me a worthless turncoat to my face. No one gave me a suit of armor that I could hide behind, no one issued me a sword and a measure of authority. I took everything that I have and I fight every day to keep it. Fucking northern swine. Oh my god. Snout shut. Snout shut down. My frustration was aimed at those in the chorus who accept Kyros lightly. The disfavored commander withdraws a half pace, like loyalty were some shifting breeze. What's my help worth to you? What's it worth? Arrhenius takes a half step back, placing her arms on her sides. You read the edict. If we don't take Ascension Hall, it's your sorry hide too. Do you need a bribe to care about your own survival? Sorry to waste your time. Clear the Scarlet Chorus is in greater need of help. Okay, let's go. Let's go. We are better prepared than the Scarlet Mob, that much is true, but the downside of being Kyro's most elite fighting force is that we only accept the best, which leaves us short-handed at times. She cocks her head to the side. I get it. Your duty was to proclaim an edict, not to anchor a shield wall. If you assist us, I can put in a good word with Archon Ash and the soldiers. Well, as an arrogant, prideful person, praise from the disfavored is reward enough. You know well the value of noble accord, Iranios nods firmly. I will make sure that Tunan and my commanders alike know you helped us when we were in need. I will assist. Then our plan just might work. The Iron Marshal lifts her gauntlet close to her face, shifting her eyes from you to the metal articulations. We are loath to work with those who do not share our training and our values, but we know that Tunan, the Adjudicator, selects only the most capable minds for his court, and I trust you will Hodor us on the field. Antio will be leading the charge at Ekoko Crossing. Assisting you will be Barrack of the Stone Shields. She points out to a heavy armored soldier standing sentry at the edge of the training field. Before you ask, no, the Forge-bound weren't sloshed or dapple-seed. What? Oh, that says on. I thought that was like some word. I wasn't sloshed. I wasn't dapple-seeded. It's like, whoa, back off with your crazy word merging. Before you ask, no, the Forge-bound weren't sloshed on dapple-seed when they fitted his armor. He survived the full force of the Edict of Storms, and this armor doesn't exactly come off. Tactically, it's quite brilliant, but otherwise, it's something of a curse. Tapping your helmet twice, Iranios signals to the hulking presence. Barrack, come meet the Fate Binder. The soldier that steps up to you better resembles an amalgamation of rusted blades and mismatched pieces of armor fused into a vaguely human shape. He reeks of sweat, feces, and whatever oil treatment keeps him flexible. That's gross. Oh man, like, I think there's a time in everyone's life where they wear the same shirt 2 days in a row, and let me tell you, that is one of the grodiest feelings ever. I cannot imagine a suit of armor that I can't take off, dude. Can you even imagine? Can you even imagine it? Oh my gosh, that's ugh.
Fatebinder, the Iron Marshal has tasked me with keeping you alive, and I have no intention of disappointing her. That should be enough assurance for anyone.
Nod silently. Excuse me, I'm the Fatebinder. I'll take that shit. Disfavored, favor 1. Barrack returns your nod. Silence, save for creating articulations.
Barrack, is that you under there? I had no idea you were in Vendrian's well. Fatebinder, do you know this walking anchor?
Wait, just a minute. You two know each other?
No. Oh, that is to say, yes. I'm already as familiar with this ironclad halfwit as I care to be.
She regards Barrack with a mixed look.
We don't have time to trade jabs today, Verse. After the siege, you can throw as many tantrums as you please. I suggest that we remain focused on the mission.
Damn, Barrack. Hey, Crystal 78 says you met a reputation check. Yeah, I eventually figured it out. Took me a little bit, though. Barrack.
No offense to the mission, but seeing you looking like a garbage heap and reeking of a mass grave is more amusing by far. Did you forget how to don your armor, or did Graven Ash leave you out in the rain?
Oh! Oh my gosh, epic rap battle between Verse and Barrack. Barrack sighs, a frustrated growl shaking his iron enclosure of a suit. I don't believe we've been acquainted.
It's challenging enough to experience battle from a courtroom, much less remember the faces of your cohorts. I wouldn't expect you to know me under these accursed blades of rust.
He bangs on his malformed chest armor for emphasis. Blades of rust. The Fatebinder will be joining us for the push across the river. I figured an extra hand might help, and more importantly, if my worries come true and the chorus tries to impede the mission, we will have an observer from the court on our side. Continue.
Better to work with the honorable Binder than some chorus children.
Oh! Oh, damn, dude. I actually want a game where it's nothing but me watching two people argue, and occasionally I just get to throw darts at them. He nods to you, his armor creaking as he bends his neck. I asked that Barrick accompany you there to arbitrate the cooperations between his company and the Scarlet Chorus. Echo Call Crossing is now unlocked. Barrick, you've been without a cohort since the last Battle of Stalwart. It's time we gave you a task more worthy than hauling wagons and leading training drills. She plants her hands on her hips and speaks in clipped official terms. Ash has assigned you to the Fatebinder's service. You're to assume this task is ongoing until we find a more permanent spot for you, which could very well mean the swiftly approaching end of this war. Or when the Fatebinder dismisses you. Is that understood? Barrick regards the Iron Marshal in oppressive silence. That's an order, Barrick. She shakes her head and sighs, returning her focus to you. He can be as stubborn as pulling a spire out of the earth, but he's a good soldier. I hope you don't mind his company. I'm Hodor to have a member of the Iron Legion. Meet with Antio.
Yes.
Dude, I'm ready to anti-go. Oh, I have a barrack. Holy. Okay, hold on. What's striking iron? Strike a single enemy, dealing significant increase of damage. What weapons do you use? This guy is spiky as hell. Oh, actually, I can't take his armor. That's awesome. Dude, look at that. Look at that suit. Alright.
Yes.
Yes. Alright, let's go. So this is the other camp. This is Scarlet Chorus camp. This is Echo Call Crossing. And we have to go through anyways. Can go no further. Oh my god. Oh, we got a friend. Hi, Sheriff. Oh, it's snuggle time. No, it's not. It's not snuggle time. No, we have work to do. We have work to do. Sheriff. Sheriff, give me attention. Come give your father attention. Come here. What if I do this? Will this tempt you? If you attack the green screen again, no. It's a piece of fuzz, okay? Do you want to look at the fuzz? Okay. She's my little Vendrian guard, which makes her the enemy. Okay.
That's far enough, Fatebinder.
A woman's voice booms from atop a nearby outcropping. Flashes of aquamarine body paint peek out from under her loose-fitting traveler's garb, and her outfit is festooned in braids and knots of sailor's line. Tappings of the School of Tides. Okay. Flanked on either side by warriors dressed in Vendrian guard regalia, the woman leans on an elaborate bladed staff pulsing with arcane energy. A swath of blue fabric rests draped over her arm. It's blue, it's blue, it's blue! She likes blue!
In accordance with ancient customs north and south, I offer and request a delay of blade. There are matters we must discuss without fear of reprisal.
The woman bows deeply, lowering her head in a practiced display of etiquette. The warriors by her remain in a steady stance, their nerves clearly on edge. In accordance with ancient customs north and south, I abide by this truth. I am of noble birth.
As is our custom, we are ready to kill to defend our lands, but we kill only in fair battle. We don't slay our prisoners. We know this isn't Kyros' way, but we must have hope. A few of my kin have gone missing, and though they may have perished, I have to inquire on the off chance they still live. If Captain Tarkus Deimos still lives, we would negotiate for his release.
I gotta say, Tarkus Deimos is dead. Ah, yes, and with a safe bow. Tarkus Deimos, yes, of course. Of course, I used my sick combo attack, and I blood-pounded him. I don't think that's what the name of the ability is, but I just remember it as I pounded, and then blood happened, and then blood pounding.
I see. That is as I feared, but thank you for telling me all the same. I prefer closure to wishful thinking. If I may make one more inquiry, what of Palox Tyrell? Did he survive?
Who's Palox Tyrell? I thought that was the guy that we tied up who was getting wiggly on the post. Because I don't think he's dead. I think he's wiggling on the post. I mean, he's probably dead. She nods slowly, saying nothing for a long moment. My lover! What became of him? Well, we dunked him in honey. And then we left him in a Toys R Us. He's probably dead. What we did is we took him to an IKEA and we said, listen, just go in there and get 2 or 3 things. And he's starved to death inside. He's dead. He's never coming back. He's gone. She nods slowly, saying nothing for a long moment.
My apologies, Fatebinder. I had a terrible feeling this errand was in vain from the start. I had no expectations that our friends could be saved, as I'm sure the time for swapping prisoners is long gone. But at least I know of what became of them. That'll have to be enough.
I have some questions for you.
We shouldn't be socializing with Oathbreakers.
I'm really upset. I'm covered in metal. It's just, I'm sweaty.
I will entertain them as best I can. After all, understanding is the only hope we have. What is it you wish to know?
Why do you resist Kyros?
I grew up without my knee bent to Kyros. And if I'm going to bow to someone, let it be another Tearsman. We've ruled ourselves just fine for centuries, so we'll give our lives so that our sons and daughters might rule themselves.
Oh. Only your daughters are really free in the Tears. Why fight against Kyros' equality?
There's freedom, then there's trusting idiots with power. Give a man 1,000,000 marauders, he'll lose sleep worrying over his neighbor's 1,000. I prefer my realms ruled by the braver sex. For centuries we've let the lands to the women, and the seas to the men. And we did plenty fine until Kyros came around.
Should we attack? The younger realms were beset by constant battle
You
for
make
Kyros' work.
conflict sound like a bad thing.
Yes.
Yes, the younger realms saw frequent battles, but it was never this wholesale slaughter like we've seen of late. No Tearsman ever cast an edict on the soil, or forced prisoners to kill each other, or butchered beastmen tribes.
What makes you think you have a chance?
No, we don't.
Blah, blah.
Those who believed Kyros could be stopped all died years ago, in the first wave of fight.
Hey.
It's not about the hope of victory. It's about the hope of inspiring others. It is very likely we will fall here in Vendrian's Well.
Yeah.
But perhaps others will arise elsewhere.
It's my little tyrannical cat. Hi, give me kisses. Yeah, hi. No, come on, right there.
I doubt life is any better sworn to some mad Archon. I'd rather stand with my fellow Tearsmen. Or, I suppose, stand immediately behind them in the event of an attack.
Yeah. At that remark, the soldiers flanking her exchanged shocked looks. Ebb turns her focus to her compatriots. Hold on, I got it. Just smooth it down. Smooth down the fur. Alright. Should we kill them all? Here, give me kisses. I think we should kill them. Oh, we're getting rubbed, but yeah, she's trying to push her head through my brain. Yeah. Okay, no kisses yet. Maybe it'll live.
Yeah, you heard me. Way things were years back, you'd all be calling me a water witch and conspiring to sell me out to the nearest sage. Just because I'm helping you stop Kyros doesn't mean I've forgotten the hospitality of ages past.
And people wonder why the Tearsmen could never unite in time to fight back. It's refreshing to see that some things never change.
Let me ask of something else. How did your friends overthrow the garrison?
I would joke that the voices of Nerat left the gate unlatched, but dozens of warriors lost their lives taking the citadel. There was no secret to it. We simply attacked with speed and certainty at a time when the Archons were elsewhere in the tiers. The Scarlet Chorus had a rout, and what few disfavored soldiers were present made an impressive showing. But they were surrounded and overwhelmed once the chorus fled.
Ah, who's in charge of this insurrection,
Listen
huh?
to you. Thinking just like the Overlord wants you to think. There always has to be a person in charge or things don't make sense. Well, we don't answer to anyone. We are each of us sons and daughters of the Tiers, and take this task upon ourselves freely. But Captain Tarkus Ari, former Falksman of Queen Vendry and Alanta, is the voice we trust when we seek unanimity.
Ah, Tarkus Ari. I assume Tarkus Ari and Tarkus Demos are relations.
Yes. Deimos was Ari's brother. We were certain he was dead.
Tarkus Ari.
The captain takes family seriously.
Such a good
So I
cat.
volunteered to find some answers.
Just
And
get
now
in there.
here
Just
we
tuck your little head in there. Were there
That
prisoner
is our
swaps in the past?
waybinder. Here in the south, only thugs and bandits kill prisoners. The younger realms may be guilty of constant fighting, but we never slay each other when the battle's long over. We're not about to change that now.
Continue.
Fair enough. But now a question for you.
How much wood could a woodchuck
The
chuck?
edict. I can feel its magic coursing through the air. Everyone can. But those of us enlightened to the currents of magic feel it most. The wording of the edict. What was it?
Word glares silently.
So you will not say. I expected as much. Can it be
Goodbye.
worse than endless storms or fire pouring from the earth? Not that you'd answer that either. I've another question for you, if you will entertain it.
Shall we fight?
Are we really standing here and chatting with Oathbreakers? It's hard to watch. Like cuddling a goat you're going to kill for dinner.
Ask your question, Eb.
When I was young, my parents told me the Tiers were special, and the Overlord's edicts and armies could never touch us. Seems I've been told a hefty sum of lies. So answer this honestly for me, please. Is it true that Tunon's fate binders can smell truth from falsehood?
No, that's not true.
Thanks for that. I could see why you'd want to foster the mystique all the same. The School of Tides would always tell commoners we didn't know how to summon drinkable water. Once they find out, you can't eat in peace. And Kyros' edicts. I have heard the sages speak at length that some of the edicts elsewhere in the world have been broken. How is this?
Well, I mean, I gotta say this. Oh, it varies based upon the you have to, get a lawyer and you can sort of scrub through and see if it conflicts with common law. Oh, yeah.
Ah, so some edicts are forever. The rest are, as long as Kyros has in mind? Needless to say, Kyros' magic is unlike anything we've seen in any Archon.
Dude, yeah, Kyros' magic, really intrigues me.
And one more mildly self-indulgent question, but I simply must know. Kyros, male or female?
The Overlord is mother and father. The question is irrelevant.
Fine, fine. You'll forgive, I hope, the questions. The Overlord and his Archons used to be things of legend. Now they're everyday maladies, and I'm eager to separate the truth from the lies I've been told by house and guild. In accordance to our most ancient customs, let us depart in honorable...
That was fun. I like that. Just, sharing some secrets with the enemy. I like chatting. What's this? You can make out the faintest outline of a soldier's arm at the bottom of this pond, a victim of a previous battle in the area.
I got it.
These all just exit points. Continue. 32 minutes. Boom! Half an hour, not a problem. Oh, it's already completely revealed. Take another. Oh, quiet shiv proves everything. The warrior slams her fists together in a resounding clap, like, for instance, whether you're fit to lead that flock of children. Do you not hear the news of the edict? This is a foolish distraction. We ought to be saving our fight for the enemy. The chorus warrior looks to his gang, giving them a quick nod. He's right. The edict will kill us all if Ascension Hall is not taken soon. Well, until Fifth Eye starts the mustering chant, we ain't got nowhere else to be, she gestures. Let's just walk it out, man. Yeah, just... Whatever. The guard places her hands by her belt as you approach, gripping the hilt of a blade. Past this point is Kyros territory. If you don't look like someone's conscript, you sure you're in the right place? I am Day 9, Fatebinder of Tunon. I am here to help vanquish the Oathbreakers. You know, I think I was told to expect somebody, but you seem too ugly to be him. Her lips crumpled in a smirk. Why exactly should I let you in? Horde says, you dolt! This is the Fatebinder! He's been with us since the damn start, even shed blood at the gates of judgment! Fucking new fish, start learning the names and faces or find work as someone else's moving target! Fuck! The guard shakes her head, blushing embarrassment. I'm terribly sorry. Now please, come right in.
Sorry, I can't.
Just doing some collection. Just do a little collection. Yeah. Oh, what's this? A scroll sits here, glowing with mist. Oh. Learned a new spell core. Oh, shit. Sigil of Illusion. I mean, I guess we're gonna do this. Spectral Blur. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Yes, that's right. That's where I go to bed. These threadbare tints show signs of hard use through long exposure. Where is... I mean, there's a couple searchables, right? Huh. Snigler Dagos! Upon noticing your approach, the merchant straightens his posture and smiles. What an honor! The name Snigler Dagos, originating from the relative tranquility of the Northern Empire, I've since accepted a nomadic life for the sake of keeping Kyros' forces supplied only with the finest goods, local and imported. He winces a little. It's not much. Let me know if you see anything that piques your interest. I'm literally... Oh. It's a fire eye stone. Oh god, that looks so cool. Holy Jesus, it's so expensive. Wow! Damn. Damn. May as well just continue to learn all these, right? Learn. Yeah, sigil of precise action 1. Oh, what's the thing I have to do? The fifth eye? Where's the fifth eye? Oh, is this the tent? Did I just miss it?
Can't do that.
Oh, there he is. The binder of Tunon arrives. Squealing with a teenager's timbre, the fifth eye's voice makes your gums itch and your fingernails feel in need of a trim. Schmitty373 said, would you recommend playing Pillars of Eternity before this game? Oh, I don't think so. I mean, there's a lot of similarities in the controls and the feel of the motion, but I mean, easily play one in whatever order. And we just finished having a bit of sport with some captives, but worry not, we'll have more fun with another batch momentarily. Dressed in Abu's red regalia, the Crimson Spears, the fifth eye beckons you to stand closer, wagging a blood-spattered glove. Now that you've issued an edict and doomed us all to dive, you come here to help us climb out of this hole. Chirps of laughter emanate from under his mask. How has the camp responded to the edict? With mewling, bawling, the occasional orgy, frequent vomitus. A shrill, tittering laughter escapes from under his mask. The bloodlust is there, and so is the fear of failure. Should our glorious horde fail to overrun the citadel, we will surely all perish. I mean, I don't see the disfavored pulling their weight. Not here to follow your every order, but we all need to work together to stop this edict now. I trust you are getting your warriors ready for battle, I said in a statesmanlike way. We know the Oathbreakers are focused on the citadel beneath the mountain's spire, but we have learned that this is not their only nest. The fifth eye wags a hand in the air with a high-pitched squeal of displeasure. Given their pattern of attacks, they must have a second group maintaining camp here in the outer valley. And unless we deal with a second group, they'll attack from behind the moment we cross the river. You have how large of a force for all these weeks? You've let the enemy move freely through the valley? The sort of thing you can't control your horde and that you may be defecting back to the Vendrian Guard. Boom! Wrong! And perhaps, he gestures with his spear in an arc towards the sprawling camp. It is no mean feat to herd this many desperate lives. For every 2 hands of humanity, there's at least 1 finger that snaps from the stress of our ways. Ha! A few have been lost on the margins, I won't deny that. But if you store grain, expect some rat feces. If you lead killers, expect some desertion. You have a large force for all these weeks. You've let the enemy move freely through the valley. I'm hurt. Insult my manners or maturity, but do not insinuate that I sat idle when there's blood to be shed. We have dealt with countless Oathbreakers, but one group remains at large despite our best efforts. Captain Pelox's crew consistently evades or kills our own gangs. So you need help taking out these Oathbreakers. While a good old-fashioned slaughter would be an efficient solution, the smarter answer is not to kill them, but to add their strength to ours. Interesting. My last group of scouts returned with a new batch of prisoners, and one of these prisoners claims she led us to Vendrian Guard's secondary camp, though there are shreds of deception in her voice. I could use your help questioning this Variakel. Perhaps you would be less screams and tears and more useful information out of her. If we knew where to ambush the Oathbreakers, we could try to take the captain and show him the wisdom of joining the chorus. I don't belong to Arcana Rat. What's my help worth? You wound me, Fatebinder! And I thought the joy of working for the illustrious Archon of Secrets would be reward enough. But you'd need to be missing half your head to think an expert works for free. Tell me, what will this make worth your while? My price is knowledge. The Archon of Secret knows a great deal of magic, does he not? Are you sure I can't interest you with pleasure slaves instead? The fifth eye taps his finger to his mask's chin, a high-pitched groan of contemplation emanating from under the mask. Oh, yes, yes, I agree with your conditions. I will share with you some blood, chant, or lore, but I will need some time to prepare parchment, and such things will have to wait until the Oathbreakers are silenced and we are no longer forced to act by this edict. I'll speak to the prisoner. I'll meet you. Come over. Come hang out with the prisoners. On it.
Right.
Which one is this the one? Oh, here we are.
Will do.
Please, someone! I wish to bow before the voices of Nerat. I thought I could find redemption in the chorus. A woman in the makeshift armor of the Vendrian Guard lurches forward in agony. Her soiled, trembling legs suggest she has been forced to stand for days. Oh my god, this game is so gruesome and savage. This one, he flippantly waves at the prisoner, was hollering earlier that she knows the location of the Vendrian Guard encampment. But she isn't being entirely honest. I told this thing, the prisoner turns pale a moment before a look of determination comes over her face, that I wanted to guarantee I'd live and be welcomed into the chorus as a captain. Then I'll talk. Otherwise, they'll just kill me once I've opened up. I was dumb enough to join with the Vendrian Guard and not dumb enough to give away my bargaining bronze. You claim you would disavow your people for the Scarlet Chorus. Why the change of heart? Because I want to live and you don't need to be the Archon of premonitions to know that the younger realms are gone for good. She blinks several times, catching her breath. Kyros is the new strength of the tears, and I would rather stand with his Archons and be crushed by them. Tell me what you know, and I can see to your release. I heard the chorus is looking for Captain Palox Florian and his crew. I can lead you to them, but only if you release me. She turns her head, taking a long look at a skewered, smoldering corpses around her. She tugs at her restraints, but to no avail. You're lying. Why don't you tell me exactly what I need to know, and I'll see about saving you. Well, you see, shaken by your demand, her lips move wordlessly for several seconds. Dude, let me tell you, if I was lying, and someone was just like, hey, you're lying, I wouldn't have immediately gone, yes. Yeah, you know, I've been lying. That was wrong. It was wrong. I'll admit it. I apologize. Mea culpa. So I don't know exactly what the rest of the crew is, but I can tell you. Search that one. She reaches up with her right leg and points with her foot, calling attention to a nearby pile of corpses. The tall, dark one missing most of his face. Check his left boot. He was the literate one in our crew. He had the orders. With a snap of the fingers, a pair of choirmen yank the boot off the fallen guardsman. A rolled parchment slides out of the boot and is thrust into the Festai's hands. He unfurls the scroll to give it a read. There's nonsense. Just mash of words. Laughter erupts from under the mask. She said she had information. She gives us garbage. Slay this wretch for wasting our time. He snaps his fingers at a nearby Scarlet Fury. I heard her say she'd swear fealty to the voices in Herat. An initiation rite would be in order. Let's see. All right, we've pithed off the fifth eye. It's got a little bit of wrath. Oh wait, we have so many more tooltips. Oh, hidden objects. Okay, I've discovered some of those. Equipment. Oh yeah. No, I know about engagement. Yep. Oh yeah. Interactive objects. Yep. I know about this. Minimap. Yep. Oh. I've done enough reading. Back to the reading, actually. Enough tooltip. Actually, there's only 4 more. You scored a crit. It's a critical hit. Armor. Yep, I think I already understand the computation. Okay, and you'll see words or phrases displayed in green text color. Tooltip will be provided with information that your character knows about the world. Movement and controls. Yes. Seeing as you're an expert of the subject of fate, I will entertain your wisdom on the matter. What then would you propose we do? Let's test her loyalty. Varai, kill these 2 guardsmen with something blunt. Varai looks at the prisoners. Once her allies and close her eyes as her bonds are untied, the onlookers snicker and cheer when a heavy rock is placed in her hand. Mouthing something inaudible, she lifts the rock high above her head and smashes it down on the prisoner's skull, wincing back a scream as she hoists the stone over her head a second time to finish the job near the prisoner. The bloody rock hits the ground and Varaya slumps to her knees in defeat a moment later. GG. Good. Fifth Eye places his bloodied hand on the trembling woman's shoulder and nods to her. Welcome to the Scarlet Chorus. Do not fail us. A pair of soldiers come to lift Varai. The Fifth Eye turns to you, his voice filled with glee. Where's a slave to clean up the offal when you need it? Didn't get any information, but sure made a little violence happen. We're no closer to finding the Oathbreaker's position, not with this cryptic mess. Yeah, she promised us answers and all she gave us was gibberish.
Sorry to interrupt, but I highly doubt it's gibberish. More likely, it's one of the local scripts.
I'm Lantry, I'm tied up, but I'm pretty enthusiastic and in a generally good mood today. The voice comes from another prisoner tied up next to Variah, an older gentleman with the quills, ink vials, and parchment scrolls one finds on the sages of the School of Ink and Quill. Ink smudges cover his cheeks, temples, and ears. His clothes appear charred, and between the rips of the fabric you spot burn scars along his arms. Despite being emaciated and tied to a post, he offers a bearing smile. Who are you?
I'm Sage Lantry, one of the hired quills that was coordinating missives between the Vendrian Guard captains. They aren't paying me anymore and aren't coming to my rescue. So I'll decipher that parchment for you. That's what smart prisoners do, right? Make themselves useful.
Show them the parchment. Can you read this?
Well, let me see. I can't.
All right, he reads it.
So, I don't know exactly what it says, but I'm half certain that's Sage Selwyn's handwriting. I'm sure I could decipher that in a few hours' time. Don't need my hands free, but I think better when not tied to a post. I know, I'm weird that way.
I'm weird. I'm just so random. I'm random. A few hours, either you can read it or you cannot. What use is a sage that doesn't know his letters? I've heard all I need to hear. I say we have some fun with this one. Can't hurt to give him a few hours. You read the edict. I don't need to tell you. The sundial is working against us. This addled old bag is just trying to stall us. The voices in Narot will be upset to know you squandered a source of enemy intelligence. How true. Then we shan't put him to waste. He will serve as a most riveting source of amusement as we put him on trial.
Fatebinder, I beseech you, be my advocate for this trial. I'm no fool. I know the chorus uses blood, not words, to settle these matters. But you are a servant of the Archon of Justice, are you not?
Maybe release the prisoner at once. I'm taking him into my custody. Let's do it. 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 Not a chance. He's our prisoner. If you think you can crack the information we need out of his skull without troubling the Archon, that's one thing, but you're not walking out of here with our property. True, but by Kyros' law, he could swear fealty to me and to become my sworn vassal, my property.
A most clever technicality, and I would happily serve the Archon of Justice's warrior. Especially if it means getting out of this mess.
I own a man! Woo! Alright, let's go. Silence, old man. Good luck bowing to the Fatebinder with your head pulled from your neck. The fifth eye jabs finger at you. The chorus earned this prisoner right and proper. If you wish to rob him from me, go ahead. But all will know you are the sort of Fatebinder, take as you please. If it's a fight you want. Did you hear that, brothers and sisters? Trial by combat is upon us! Sage is unbound from the post. Stiff legs, nearly buckles, he attempts to walk, and his arms flex and flail in the new freedom. Wiping sweat and grime from his brow, the sage steps close to you with a nervous smile. Rhythmic roaring and stomping in hundreds of feet in unison flood the camp. Horsemen begin to circle and swirl about, brandishing weapons and cheering. If they got this worked up to fight the enemy, I venture the war will be over by now. Begin the chant of gathering! Let the warriors know tonight's entertainment will soon commence. Oh my god! Brothers and sisters, who amongst you sets the standard for strength? Who amongst you will help winnow the weak from the strong? Our claimants have been assembled, and now the trial of the Oathbreaker begin. Sick. Being the organism that I am, I'm gonna use the restroom. I'm gonna refill on my liquids. We're gonna be right back. We're gonna engage in a battle, man. I have all these. I went from only having 2 in the party to now having 4 in the party, and I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to use my space bar, the power of the break. BRB or BRB. I'm gonna use the restroom, and soon you'll see me.